this like brutal stock on
Yeah.
Reb, and then Reb always responds being like, you don't tell the people it ended in a 2-stock in my favor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's got a good point. He has a good point.
The brutal thing about this is that like Pika has combos, but if you watch the percent counter, the combos go up at like 3% of the time.
It's like you're playing on like 4 handicap.
Like honestly, it's awful.
Yeah,
But having the up smash is really nice.
The up smash, and if you ever do get one of the gimps on Peach, holy
it's so
moly,
nice. It's
you
so
can
nice.
feel it. It has such a big impact on whatever game it happens. So watch out for that. And it's also like kind of reliable to set up because up air can hit Peach out of a float like quite quickly because Pikachu's dash speed is so fast. So he can like dash in, kind of get a floating Peach off the stage and then kind of reliably cover it. It's quite cool.
Ooh. I kind of wish that like this was a best
it
of
didn't
5.
feel, yeah.
But
It feels like, I was just thinking like, Okameed looks so dominant to begin with, and I feel like in like 4 hits, Reb just caught up.
Yeah. He was definitely taking Reb for a ride of like 50%.
you just described the matchup.
Ooh, great.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be what we see. And Reb's just going to have to like, oh my god. Use safe aerials, basically. That's the trick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Peach is like rough in shield though.
Yeah.
Her out of shield options are so quick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Ledge hop up there, so good against Peach. And you can set up that like position quite frequently. It's just really cool.
Also, unless you know how to like SDI the down smash properly, it's weird. Like
Yeah.
the Pika one.
It's a strange hitbox. I'm not sure if it has the electric property thing, where because it's an electric hitbox, you can SDI, you get like more opportunities to SDI.
I don't know actually. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a myth, so don't take me on that, but it's
Oh no,
possible.
it's just supposed to SDI laterally.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it has like a really tall hitbox, weirdly, but
Alright,
horizontally the hitbox isn't that big.
I just remember that the first time I ever played Okameed, I like looked up on like it was actually one of my first ever tournaments. It was the, like just before Gold Pasties.
Oh right.
And
Okay.
I like googled how to beat Peach with cheat.
Bad
And I
enough.
read this whole like Smashboard article, and then just before I went to play him, I was like, oh wait, this is Smash 4. Realized I was like
That's a
completely
deal breaker.
prepping for the wrong thing, but.
How long did it take you to notice that?
A lot, like at the end, it was like, oh yeah, like Sheik is really, really good against Pikachu, and I was like, oh okay.
Oh my god, that could have been big. I feel like Okameed, something that he's been really good at for a long time, and he preached to me because we used to be in the same region in the Northeast, is that like punish game's so important. And like I feel like he's always picking like a really good choice after like the first move. It's really cool. It's cool that he still has it even on Peach.
Yeah, he has these like flow charts.
Yeah.
It's the same. As I say, I don't want to talk about it too much, but we were playing last night, and like you could tell that every percent he had an idea. You know, he would get a grab, he would do his throw, and then he would check the percent, and then he had an idea. Like he was confident. I feel as though that's like a big problem, especially with, like I find it myself as like it's better to go confidently for the wrong option than kind of like waver around and eventually get to the right option.
I super agree with that.
And it's something I'm struggling with because the classic one is like edge guarding Fox because you're standing there and he's like firefoxing in front of you and you're like, what do I do? It's like you should just pick an option.
Just do it.
If it's wrong, you learn from that. If it's right, well, great, you learn from that also. But don't swither and then trade with the up B. You know,
it's what separates the good players from the bad as well. It's identifying those spots and having that option that you've already tested that you know is really good in this situation and executing that as fast as possible. Also, random side thing. What percentage of Okameed's head do you think is going to be in frame by the end of this set? I think it's only going to get lower and lower. Just curious.
Last New Wave, I noticed something that I don't know if I should say on the stream, but like
when you dare. But we will.
If you watch Reb's player cam, it looks like he's constantly giving someone oral sex. like honestly,
yeah, maybe.
It's really off-putting.
That's tilting. Damn. Oh, good game on.
Pretty close, but
I really want to see Reb hold it together.
Yeah.
If he walks away and is just like, you know what, fair enough, or you know whatever, but in a more positive way, because I know that Reb can get like tilted. I think that would mean more for his like overall improvement as a player than like winning.
I, as a friend of Reb's, would argue it's never truly happened. I don't think he's ever gone to an event and had like a clear head the whole time.
That's interesting.
I think when he does, it's going to be magical.
But I think that's like, I really feel like that is true of so many players.
Yeah.
And I just think like, I wonder the percentage of players that are like excellent players when they can keep their head.
Yeah, because it's like if the fog clears, you can actually focus on playing well.
Because that, honestly, I've been to a lot of events, and you play these people who are like from random regions, or who don't attend much, or who are new, or don't really know what they're, or like seeded bottom in pools and stuff. They're like, these people have the ability, you know, and they play really well, and they do a lot of good stuff. But then you play them in tournament, and they're just like,
And they
hands are shaking.
crumble. Yeah.
It's like, you got to be in control of your own
I
head.
think like the thing that frustrates me the most is that people don't seem to understand that like mentality is something you have to practice.
Oh, absolutely.
And in the same way as like if your ledge dashes are really bad and you only practice them at home and never practice them in tournament until you never miss them, that's not how it works. Like you have to try and do things.
Yeah.
Like you have to practice your tech in tournament as well. And it's the same with mentality. You've got to go like, it may be distracting from the game to like care about what I like, to focus on keeping myself cool. Keeping that as the forefront in your head may be distracting to begin with, but eventually it pays off.
I think
it's
like super underestimated. I think the game in your hands is as important as the game in your head. Like it's as important, if not more, because it's so important. But I think it's a classic thing of people just aren't.
I think.
Oh my goodness!
No pressure beat livers. Yeah.
So
oh my goodness.
On the other stream, no pressure beat livers, I guess. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. But Rev's winning right now.
Wait a minute.
Red's up.
Yeah. More importantly.
Yeah. More importantly,
is beating
our
me.
stream.
The best stream.
Yeah, the best stream.
All right. Wow. He's like. It's like what you were saying before. He's like convincingly up now. It's like 3 stocks to 1. What happened?
See what I mean? It's not like it's never. And I think it's just indicative of players who have played a lot. Is like,
oh
that
my
is so
god,
sore.
That is disgusting.
That's the counter pick.
Peach is the
Pikachu.
worst. I'm sorry.
Says the ice
That's a bit of a flashback right there.
A bit of like,
Lots of things.
The sounds of 2 Eskimos screaming has stuck with you for a long time. Oh
yeah, could have
I
been.
love that Rev's waiting for the recovery.
Yeah.
Because like he can tell that Omid's a bit angsty.
How
trying
many
to get
times
the
have these played?
I think like 3 or 4 times.
What, in tournament?
Lifetime
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we've played together a lot more than that, you know.
They would have in the olden days, but I think they progressed so far from when they were playing previously that it's kind of.
This is true.
They understand roughly
Nice.
how the others
Yeah.
look at the game, but nothing crazy.
69.
Yeah. Magic percent.
Yeah.
You know that like 69 is more likely than like most percents.
I didn't know.
So like some of
Please tell me. Please explain this.
surely
no, so like-
0 is
okay.
the most likely percent.
Hey.
No, but because the way percents work, I don't know exactly the details of it. But essentially, like you see more percents more often than you would think. Like so, like you see 14 all the time. You see like 27 all the time. You see 69 a lot because of the way that the maths work with them. No, it
Sick
is.
game.
Think about how often you see it.
But more importantly, was it intentional?
Like think,
Designed in by Sakurai himself. I'm down.
but
Oh, that's it, right? Slow on the follow-up.
That was a good dance.
Weird from Omid as well. I feel like he's normally very quick to just like pull the trigger on that. Because the sooner you
was
do
it not just good?
It looked a bit hard to me.
Yeah, but it was like
Might be
he
something we
could
doesn't
have
look back
recognized the DI quite early, I think. Wow,
Good
that
setup,
works.
Yeah.
So is this better than FD?
Yeah. Ooh, what? Yeah.
I feel like that.
Because I think Tony
there was
can
a ban.
navigate around
There was
a
a
bit better.
I feel like losing game 1 in this matchup kind of sucks. Like for either player.
Yeah.
It's like 'cause you either
Oh,
end
that's
up
a bad
on-
double. Sorry.
You either end up on Pokemon or you end up
Oh.
on Pokemon. It's like
Yeah, it's not great. Man, Red is not
was
respecting
really
the tail
good.
spike. It's like what I was saying before. Like as soon as they come out, everything changes. Like Peach's double jump is the most precious resource of all time in this matchup.
nice dash tag.
Jeez. Oh wow.
Oh, I like
Good
that.
fade back on the Thunder Jolt to
Just
try and
kind
make
of drop down with the down air.
it. Yeah.
Like
Oh.
4-hit combo, 18%.
This is the sort of character we're dealing with here. Oh, good, good. I kind of like forward air as well because I don't know, it might have hit tech in place. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah.
So I potentially retract my statement.
Like I don't really, I'm not a Peach expert by any means, but I feel as though Reb could be like getting into his flow earlier than he is. Because I feel as though he's getting to float and starting to start up like these fairs and things like that as he's like getting to Okameed.
Yeah,
Whereas I
it's
feel
like-
what he should be doing is getting to the float, positioning himself, and then starting up the fair, because the fair has so much startup, and he's going to get caught out all the time.
It's like Okameed's really close to
Ah,
space, right?
tough.
That sucks. So if Reb just has to play how he did last game, and he brings it back, right? that's the theory.
I don't know how much the
Nice.
matchup changes from like
At this stage,
when you have to be defensive as opposed to.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
you
Like,
have to push
when
the
you're up,
issue.
you get the right to play defensive.
of course, yeah.
But I don't know how much.
That's a
changes
good
that.
start.
But I feel
That
as
is
though
what you want, yeah.
That's like always misused. So like
Yeah.
like whenever I get up, you know, I'm maybe 2 stocks to 1 like this or something like that. I'm never playing well defensively. You know, it's like I
Yeah.
should just continue playing aggressively because as soon as I start changing the game plan, he's dead. and if you bet on Okameed there, you would have won 0 tokens.
Yes.
So I'm not much of a gambling man, but it doesn't seem like the best
But
bet.
yet again, the set ends as it was going on with an up air on a double jump.
But it's like, you know, 3 stock, 2 stock. It's like,
Yeah.
It's big, and your narrative is stuck true a year later.
Yeah.
It's a very good point. Man.
I just think that is. I think people underestimate how much playing a person all the time has that effect. You know, when you watch, like in Scotland, when you watch like Fade Maskless or something like that, you think they're pretty evenly, you know, leveled players playing a relatively even matchup, and then you just get 4 stock, 4 stock.
Yeah, and
You
you're
know,
like,
close game, 4 stock, 4 stock. And you're just like,
It's because they understand the game they're playing truly. Because
and
they
you know,
what they're
like
looking
when
for.
you sit down and play Fox Marth, for example, you understand. Okay, these are the ways I beat Marth, or these are the ways I beat Fox, whatever. But then when you add the layer of I have played 100 friendlies with this person, it's like you know their habits, you know their good habits, their bad ones. So it's just a matter of like feeding your way through, especially if you know their style.
I know which of the options they're going to be looking for to go through with their strategy, and I know what the counter to those options are. So yeah,
There was like a
File
reality.
Smile harassing the
There was a
attendees.
reality right then where Reb and Layabelt beat Okameed, and we had Okameed and Icon getting out their
Third
pools at
seeds.
thirds.
So is that confirmed now? Icon's third.
I don't know if it's confirmed.
I really
I
want it to
really
be
wanna
Icon
know.
fourth because
It
Icon
feels like it would be though.
what third?
Yeah.
I mean,
think
we're
he could get
speaking
out
to
fourth.
someone who has been ultimately screwed by